Welcome to Darren Daily On Demand, your most trusted resource to help you become better every day. Here's your success mentor, Darren Hardy.
You are afraid nearly all the time. Well, 90% of the time, according to known research. 90% of our thoughts are fear-based. The other 10% is desire-based. You can see this personified in the financial markets, which is really just an external expression of our internal psychosis as a society, or our psychology. The old Wall Street adage is, financial markets are driven by two powerful emotions, greed and fear. Translated to you, your entire life is driven by two powerful emotions, desire and fear. And fear is 90% of it. Why, you ask? Why are we so freaking fearful? Well, ironically, to survive. We are the only surviving species of the genus Homo, and we got here by developing a great fear response system. Over the many millennia, our unconscious mind has created all sorts of automatic, high-alert, fight or flight survival response systems. It is running in the background like your computer virus defense system is, on constant high alert, looking for and seeking all potential threats, and it spends its day looking for the negative. Neuroscientists have shown that the conscious mind provides 5% or less of our cognitive activity during the day. Oh, and that 5%, they say, are the more aware people. Most people operate at just 1% consciousness. To add insult to injury, the unconscious mind operates at 40 million bits of data per second, whereas the conscious mind processes at only 40 bits per second. So that's 40 million versus 40. You can see the unconscious mind is much more powerful than the conscious mind. And it is the unconscious mind which shapes how we live our life. Most of our decisions, our actions, our emotions, and our behavior depend upon the 95% of the brain activity that is beyond our conscious awareness, which means that 95% to 99% of our life comes from our programming from the subconscious mind, which is fear-based. The threat protection system is running the system, which is a lot like you experience if you've ever installed the Norton antivirus system on a computer, right? Here is the dichotomy that you have to battle. We are living in the safest and most prosperous time in all of human history. Around the globe, household wealth and longevity and education are on the rise. Violent crime and extreme poverty are down. Here in the United States, life expectancy is higher than ever. Our air is cleaner than it's ever been in a decade, and crime has been trending down since 1991. As reported in The Atlantic, the last year was the best year in history for the average human being, and it's only getting better. But then why the hell are people so freaking scared? Because we are living in the most fear-mongering time in all of human history. And the main reason for this is that there's a lot of power and money available to individuals and organizations who can play on and perpetuate these fears. Sensational news media, commercial marketing, big pharma, advocacy groups, lawyers, politicians, religions, and so many more. Our fear is worth billions, trillions collectively. And fortunately for them, our fear is also very easy to manipulate. We're wired to respond to it above everything else. If we miss an opportunity for abundance, life goes on. If we miss an important fear cue, it doesn't. Now, the ironic aspect that I mentioned is being fearful is what allowed us to win the Homo survival game. It is fear and the stress response it creates that is also killing us. A study by the American Medical Association found out that stress is a factor in 85% of all illnesses and diseases that people suffer from today. 80% of cancers are due to lifestyles and are not genetic. And they say that this is a conservative number. An undisciplined mind is one filled with a continuous stream of thoughts, worries, fears, and distorted perceptions, all which trigger degenerative processes in the mind and body. And it seems the unconscious mind is running us on automatic pilot mode 95% of the time. So the lesson here is your mind is already negative and on high fear alert. Don't poke the bear. Don't feed it. Don't put yourself in a position to be hacked, forcing your threat alert system to take over your system. Stay away from the negative news, commercialism, politics, and the other fear-mongering inputs, and stay away from fear-prodding negative people. This is also why you have to go out of your way to proactively and continually marinate your mind with what's positive, with what's hopeful, with what's abundant, and what's possible. That is why meeting me here every morning to calibrate your mind and jumpstart your day is so important. Oh, and if you know somebody who could benefit from tuning into our morning mentor sessions, be sure to send them the link below and invite them to join you in getting better every day. I'll see you mañana.